welcome to Forward Not Fetal, my daily vlog. A little bit shaky cam, sorry, because as you can see, we are in the process of stripping that window, which is fantastic. It needed to be done. We've been keeping the kid away by dint of like blockading and a combination of, well, that's just not going to work anymore because that dude wants to climb, and more importantly, I would like to have the window accessible for both of us. He enjoys looking out of the window. This room, especially when the fall comes, having all that light come in, well, fall and winter, having all that light come in, especially, you know, as it gets less pleasant out again. But in the opposite direction, it's just very, like, it's nice to have a bright sunny room. The way this is set up, this is the western facing window. I think I said that yesterday. It's western facing, so we get just very warm, lovely sun. And with this room being such a cheery color, it really does make it a very nice, like, everybody looks good in this room because it's like it throws really flattering light on everyone. And I really like everyone to be able to look their best, including myself, even though I do not look my best right now. My skin is a train wreck. Doing all of the, whatchamacallit yesterday, all of the, like, stripping and trying to be very careful, and, because we were using Jasco, which is just poison. But it's much faster than the orange stuff, and just, it's kind of like a, I don't want the kid in the house for either one of them, and it's a much shorter period of time with the Jasco than it is with the, like, you put the citrus stuff on and you have to let it sit for hours to penetrate. And I think that's totally fine, and there's definitely places where that makes a lot of sense, and it may very well be something that I do as well. For this particular project and the timing, I really felt like faster better. But it is nasty stuff. You know, I went through a bajillion gloves because, okay, in retrospect, I realized afterwards that I was like, oh, I needed to get chemical, like, resistant gloves versus just, I have, like, boxes of, like, the nitrile gloves, which is great. And I ended up double bagging my hands with, like, because I have multiple sizes, so I could do, like, a small and then a medium, or a medium and a large. I don't remember what I ended up doing. But, like, the second it hits, it's like, get it off. And I blobbed some on my wrist. Like, it just plopped right past the glove. And I don't know how I did it. I did get one really nasty little chemical burn. Not sure how. And I got one or two splotches, but in general, you know, we were very careful, and the second anything hit, it was like gloves off, rinse. Gloves off, rinse. We had the sink right next, set up, cold water, soap water, just be aggressive on it. Pretty sure I accidentally ruined the finish on top of my desk. But that's okay, because honestly, it's a work surface, and if need be, I will buff it down and do like a paint pour or something on it. That'll be fun. But I'm not super worried about it because it's not a beautiful piece of amazement. I'm more concerned that I might have jacked some of the finish on the floor, which is kind of already jacked, so I'm sort of like, that's actually okay. But it's definitely, I had used paper, like I had the brown paper, and it's great for paint. In retrospect, I should have picked up another plastic tarp and just used that. And for next weekend, because we're not going to hit this with more chemicals until next weekend, I'm going to both pick up a shop vac, because I think it'll make, like, cleaning up the detritus significantly easier and less likely to freak me out. But I'm going to move the desk, because right now it's hanging in the corner. So I'm going to move that, and then I'm going to put plastic down, because I think it'll just be easier for us, and maybe get some little booties as well, so that, like, we're being very careful, but, like, shit happens. So I have to find somebody with a shop vac. More importantly, we made really good progress yesterday, and especially Okay, so they say to use a plastic scraper, but there's so many decades of paint on there, and like definitely like the last few years people have just been slapping on heavy coats of latex, so it is thick. And so as soon as we were like, you know, I'm gonna just try this metal one that I have to just see, so much more paint came off. So much more. Um, and you know, it's frustrating because it's like, oh, like on some parts you start to see like the beautiful wood underneath, and it's like, you're actually really attractive, but I'm gonna be painting over you, so don't get your heart set. I am just trying to get the lumpiness gone, um, so that when we paint over it, it is not ready to burst forth. Again, because I'm still mad about the baseboards. They will probably have to be done again. I think, like, realistically, like, with the condition the plaster is in here, that a significantly larger project will be to remove the plaster and drywall, which I don't have the skill set for right now, nor do I have the desire or time or anything. So I'm not gonna do that right now. Like, one day it'd be nice. But you know, one day it would be, wouldn't it be beautiful if that was actually like a French door out onto like a 3-season room? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be amazing? It's not gonna happen anytime soon. Unless my skill set changes radically, or I win the lottery. Or I actually ever get to publish again. But I've had feelings in that direction. Anyway, so the kid is not napping, which is kind of frustrating because it's like, homie, I got things to do. But he's having a lovely time. Oh my god, and he and Scott napped. Or they didn't really nap, but they were just kind of like hunkered down together. It was so cute. I got a great picture of them, just a little blanket on them. So cute. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's Sunday. I have an art thing to do this afternoon. I actually have some work to do and to figure out Trello and all kinds of things. I've got lots and lots of things. So I'm gonna go do those. I'm gonna set myself up for a winning week because tomorrow's Monday. Begin again. We're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have an amazing week. And I will see you tomorrow. Actually.